how to get more engagement from your email marketing. So here's a quick question. Are you really struggling right now with your email engagement? Are you having a hard time getting people to click on your links or to open even your emails? Well, don't worry about it, because you're probably not the only one who is having that problem. Okay, a lot of people, a lot of business owners have this exact same problem. But the good news is that this is not random, okay? And you're in the right place. We're going to solve that exactly right now, because there are very specific reasons why this exactly happens. So in this video, we're going to break down how you can get more engagement on your emails so that you can make more money and build your business even faster. So here is what we're going to cover, okay? So in this video, we're going to break down 6 specific things that will help you get more engagement on your emails. And the first one is how to actually get into the inbox more often. Because if your emails don't land in the inbox, then none of exactly like even your offers and exactly what is in the email does not matter, right? So the first thing is landing into the inbox. The second thing is how to choose the right autoresponder, because not all of them, they're the same, okay? And the wrong one can quietly hurt your sales. It can quietly hurt your engagement. Now, if you do not know what an autoresponder is, we're just going to break it down in just a second. So stay with me, stick with me, okay? The third thing is how to write better subject lines so that more people can actually open your emails, right? That's really important. The first thing is how to learn copywriting so that the people who do open your emails actually click on the link or on your offer. Now, when I'm talking about how to learn copywriting, I'm not talking about exactly what everything about copywriting and stuff like that. The easy kind of copywriting that will make you get more clicks, okay? So this is very simplified, okay? So stick with me. The fifth thing is why storytelling is what actually drives conversions and how to do it right. So storytelling in emails. And the sixth and last thing is how often you should send emails to your email list, because most people or most business owners are getting this completely wrong, and probably you are too. So let's break this down one by one. So first thing is first, okay, getting into the inbox. How do we get into the inbox? So let's just cover the elephant in the room first, right? How do you get into the inbox more often? Because if you get into the inbox, if your emails get into the inbox often, then you are going to get more engagement, and it's that simple. Okay, so the biggest thing you need to do here is, especially before you start emailing people, is set your email authentication properly. Now, what is email authentication? Okay, you might be thinking, what even is email authentication? Well, here's exactly what it is. Okay, there are 3 things, which is the SPF policy, the DKIM policy, and the DMARC policy, okay? And all these 3 need to be set up correctly. Not one of them, not 2 of them, all of them 3. Now, this, you might see this as some technical stuff that I'm talking about, but it's not technical, okay? It's something is you can just go Google it up, or on my page, on my channel right here on YouTube, I have full video for this, okay? It's about the email deliverability and stuff like that. It's easy to set up, okay? It's very easy. It doesn't even need any technical skills, especially right now in 2026, right? So if you are a beginner, you don't understand exactly what this is, here is a simple explanation, okay? So think of these 3 things as your ID badge to the inbox, okay? Because without these 3 things, or email authentication, email providers like Gmail, Yahoo, or Outlook, okay, will look at you like a stranger knocking at their door, right? And they will send you straight to spam. So these 3 things are really important, okay, just to deliver your emails into the inbox, right? So there are so many things that people really don't understand about these 3 things, but getting it right is what separates people who land in the spam and people who land into the inbox, right? So make sure that you take care of your SPF, your DKIM, and DMARC. If you need a more in-depth video, just check it out on my YouTube channel, right? The second thing is your autoresponder. Now, what is your autoresponder, as I said before? Okay, so the autoresponder is the email that goes first when someone signs to your email list, right? Now, here is why this matters more than most people think, or most business owners think, okay? Most autoresponders are not always the same, because some have a better reputation than others, some have better deliverability than others, and some are just easier to work with than others. Okay, so you don't want to be using something that's quietly hurting you, hurting your sales, hurting your engagement in the long run without you even knowing it. Okay, so a great resource for this is the emailtooltester.com, and they do a deliverability report about every 6 months with ranking, reviews, and comparison all in one place. Okay, so check them out before you commit anything, right? You want to know your deliverability rate on the autoresponder, right? So you can go on, let's do this, okay? You can just copy this email tool tester, right? When you copy this, go to Google and then paste it right there, right? And then it will take you to email tool tester, right? Directly. So you do not have to worry about anything about deliverability and all that stuff, right? So right here they have tools. Okay, you can see deliverability tools right here. They're free, like everything is free for email verification, best email deliverability tools, DMARC monitoring tools, right? If you do not know, we were just talking about DMARC and stuff like that. If you want to know any email platform that you want to use, everything is right here. Resources, newsletter creation, deliverability right here, free deliverability, email deliverability checklist. Right, so you can come right here, download the checklist, run your own free test and stuff like that, right? It's really important that you go with that too, right? So the third thing is writing better subject lines so that people open your emails, right? Now that you are hitting the inbox more, right? Let's talk about how you can get more opens. If you want more opens, then write better subject lines, okay? It's really that direct, that's simple, okay? The better your subject lines are, the more likely someone is going to open your email. And here is the key to making that happen. How to make your subject lines really good that people just they can't help but just open your emails, right? First thing is curiosity. You need to include curiosity into your email, okay? Curiosity is one of the best ways to do it. If you can get them to scratch their head a little bit to wonder what's inside the email, that's what generates the clicks and gets them to open it. Now, a couple of great examples are like, did you hear about X? Or did you realize that X happened, right? So because these kind of subject lines are things that people are genuinely curious about. Right now, I'm not saying these are the best subject lines that I've come up with. This is just an example. You can come up with different curiosity subject lines as you can, and also personalize your subject lines, because if you can get their name in your subject line, okay, do it. Because if you can, then that will just be more resonating and more helpful for you to get more opens. So get them to realize that you are talking directly to them because you are. Now, an example can be like this one, right? Colin, did you hear about this? Did you realize that most people do this and that and that and that, right? This can get you more opens. Now, the next thing or the fourth thing is learn better copywriting. Now, are you looking to get more clicks in your emails? Because let me tell you this, okay? You need to learn better copywriting because good copy is what generates clicks. Two books that made a real difference and I did recommend to anyone serious about copywriting and stuff like that is Copywriting Secrets by Jim Edwards. Okay, this one helped me understand a lot of copywriting fundamentals and exactly what you need to do to make sure that you are writing your emails the best way possible. And the second one is Hypnotic Writing. Now, there's scientific advertising and stuff like that, like these books which are really popular, but these are the two books that I do recommend. I just read this and you will understand everything about copywriting. So Hypnotic Writing by Joe, this is one goes into psychological side of copywriting, why people click, what makes them feel compelled to act, and what goes on in the reader's mind, right? Now both books combined together make a difference. It makes a big difference because once you understand how to properly grab the attention of your readers, you're going to get more engagements, and that engagement turns into more clicks. Now, better copywriting is really easy. It's just doing your own research and then resonating with what people what are the pain points, right? What are their desires, right? That's exactly what copywriting is all about. Now, why exactly does this even matter? Why do copywriting even matter? Okay, what better copy actually does to your numbers? Okay, so right now you have 0 to 5%, maybe even just 1% click to open rate. Now, imagine a 100 to 200% gain on that number, okay? Going from half a percent to 2 to 3, even 5% on some emails. Some emails can get upwards of 10% click to open rate, right? Because the copy in the email was good enough that it generated the click, right? And think about what that means. The more clicks you get from your emails, the more chances that you have of actually making more money. So it's like someone just turning on a switch to just make more sales in your business, right? So before it's like this, like 0.5% your click-through rate, right? And then with better copy, you start getting 5%, and best cases it's like 10% less. So copywriting is really important, right? Now, the other thing or the fifth thing is telling more stories. Now, storytelling in your emails is really important, okay? And that brings us to conversions. If you want more conversions, then tell more stories, because emails was never designed to just be a place to promote all the stuff that you want to promote and to sell everything under the sun, right? The thing is, great emails, while they might have a link to something or some sort of button that takes someone to a promotion, they are not talking about that product, the offer, or the promotion the whole time, right? But what do they talk about? They are telling stories behind it. Okay, so storytelling or stories help the reader feel connected to you, and they prevent people from clicking off your emails too fast, because people just get obsessed into the email, they get pulled in into the email. And not only that, stories create such a strong connection that readers actually look forward to your emails, and they will be more likely to open them because they understand who you are and they resonate with that. Now, the sixth thing is sending more emails. Now, by sending more emails, don't get me wrong, okay, because this one is really obvious, but it has to be said. Okay, I have talked to so many business owners, coaches, and consultants through my marketing services like emails, who say they only send every couple of weeks, like one time a week, right? Sometimes they don't even send, or even once a month, and they are confused as to why they are not making any money. Okay, well, Here is exactly why, okay, it just comes down to not sending enough emails, because the less you show up, the more forgettable you become, right? So people forget you actually. So send emails almost every single day. But for me, I will tell you this, okay? Most weeks there's a like you can send 3 to 4 let's say 3 to 2 times, right? Because if you send 5 times like throughout the week, you're just going to get people overwhelmed, and people are just not going to open your emails no more, right? People don't want to be bothered. So don't overwhelm people, okay? It's okay to send on Saturday or Sunday, okay? It's okay to send just Saturday and Sunday, or like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, like just 3 days on a week. It's okay. Like you just stay top of mind, and that's really great. And most people say that you cannot send emails on Saturday and Sunday, which is wrong, completely wrong. Because just because people aren't working, it doesn't mean they aren't looking at their emails, okay? And if you have someone's work email, they are going to see it on Monday when they come back and try to catch up. So don't worry, okay? Either way, you are in front of them, so keep sending. You can send just like 3 days a week, okay? Don't send 5 times, because like 5 times is great for big brands, right? But and if you are having like different sections of your email list, but 3 times a week is good, because I find 5 times you're going to overwhelm your prospects, right? Now the bonus tip, okay, you have got to make sure that you are targeting the right people, because if you have the wrong people on your email list, or if you have bought your email list, then you're not going to do well at all, okay? They're not going to open your emails, they're not going to engage with you, and they're not going to connect with you. Because think about this, okay? If you're selling a health or wellness product, and you go out trying to market to people who only want to make extra money and don't actually care about their health, then your messaging is going to fall flat every single time. So same thing goes for making money online, okay? If that's your niche, you don't want to be marketing to people in dating groups, because they won't care at all, right? Well, some of them might, but most won't, okay? So you need to understand that this is not just about you selling a product, you selling an offer, you selling a service, okay? You have to understand what your audience actually needs and why they need it, okay? Then tell that story to the right people in the right place, because that's going to get you more sales. Now here is a little bit of recap, okay? So set your email authentication, right? The second thing is choose a powerful autoresponder carefully, so that you can hook people in, create that first impression. Third thing is write better subject lines. Fourth thing is line copywriting, because good copy is what generates clicks in your email. Fourth thing, that is the fifth thing, right? The fifth thing is tell more stories. Sixth thing is send more emails. 3 to 5 times a week and show up consistently is great, okay? And the bonus tip is target the right people, because the best message in the world means nothing to the wrong audience. So that's all. I hope you find value from this. Hit the like button, subscribe. Let me know if you have any questions in the comment section, and I will be happy to answer each and every one. So yeah, that's all. See you in the next one. Peace out.